Welcome back, guys, to another build and another video. So this one I'm pretty excited to show off. This is probably my best build yet. Pretty proud of it. So I'll turn it on right now, give it a good demo of what's installed, the hardware, software installed, and just a quick overview of everything on the PC and how it's running. So we'll boot it right up. You can see a lot of RGB bling on this one. Really nice case. This one does have a tempered glass side panel. I have it removed right now just to have it easier to film. It's kind of hard to film with the glass because there's a lot of reflections on it, so it's kind of hard to see in there. So it will come with the glass. I will post the pictures with the glass as well. As you can see, boots up really fast. Took like a couple seconds to boot up. But we're super proud of this build. It's probably the most powerful build I've put together thus far. Whoever gets it is going to be super lucky. This is a great PC for everything. So if you want to do gaming, content creation, it'll handle live streams. If you want to get into Twitch streaming, it'll handle video editing, music creation, you name it, whatever you want, whatever you need, it'll handle it. I'll open up the spec sheet right now to show what's installed. This PC is about 95% new parts, 5% used parts. The only used parts in this PC is the CPU, which I pulled out of my girlfriend's desktop. She got an upgrade recently, so I had an extra CPU. So this is rocking a Ryzen 5 1600 AF. This was the refresh they did, I believe, in 2019, 2020. It is a 6-core, 12-thread. It was a refresh of the Ryzen 2600. They rebranded it as the Ryzen 5 1600 AF. So you got 6 cores, 12 threads. It boosts up to 3.8 gigahertz. You can overclock it to higher, 4.2, really easily. Right now I don't have it overclocked, but it will more than handle the overclock, especially with this giant beefy tower cooler. It's an Aardwolf tower cooler. There's 4 copper heat pipes, really large tower cooler, really nice. So the only used part is the CPU, and then I have a refurbished hard drive in there. The main boot drive is a brand new 512 gigabyte SSD, but I also threw in a 500 gigabyte traditional hard drive for extra storage for games. Those are the only 2 used parts in the whole build. Everything else is brand spanking new. Case, tower cooler, GPU, RAM, motherboard, you name it. GPU, the GPU stand with RGB. All the fans are brand new. Power supply is a 650 EVGA 650 BQ. So if you want to upgrade this bad boy in the future with a bigger graphics card or a bigger or stronger CPU, and more than will handle it. It is on the AM4 platform, so you can upgrade all the way to a Ryzen 5, Ryzen 9, brand new A520 MSI Pro motherboard. So just go over the specs right quick on the Specky. We got our Ryzen 5 1600 AF. This is the 12 nanometer refresh, so pretty much performs the same thing as a Ryzen 5 2600. We got 16 gigabytes of dual channel 3000 megahertz Alloy Warhawk RAM. This is the RGB RAM, as you can see on the side there. Super nice, really blingy, performs really top notch. For graphics cards, we got the AMD RX 6600 gigabyte Eagle model. So this is a beast of a card. It performs on par to a NVIDIA RTX 3060. This has 8 gigabytes of DDR4. This performs, like I mentioned, pretty much like a 3060 or a 1080 Ti. So a lot of performance for this card. I do have a braided power cable, so it looks really clean. And then you got a GPU cooler to hold it up straight. That way you don't bend the graphics card. Plus it looks pretty cool. For storage, like I mentioned, I have a 512 SSD, a Team Group SSD, and then a 500 gigabyte Toshiba hard drive for supplemental storage to store games or videos or whatever you may want to store. Like all my builds, it comes fully loaded with all the software you're ever going to need. I'll boot up Google Chrome right now to show that online works. There is a Wi-Fi adapter on it, so you can connect it to Wi-Fi. It's dual band, 2.4 and 5 gigahertz, super fast. There's also a Bluetooth adapter if you want to connect Bluetooth devices. You want to connect Xbox controller, Xbox Series controller, PS4, PS5. If you want to rock a controller for gaming, you're more than an option to do so. Google Chrome has an ad block on it, so you can watch videos without commercials. I'll bust this on right now. There we go. No commercial. Pretty sweet. In terms of software, like all my builds are fully loaded. Cleaning software, AMD Ryzen Master software if you want to overclock the CPU, which is more can handle. Cleaning software, antivirus, anti-malware, VLC media player to play any media format. Google Chrome with AdBlock, like I mentioned. We got our Office suite, so this is the open source version of Microsoft Office. So you got your Word, PowerPoint, Excel, just the LibreOffice version of it. Fully compatible with Word, PowerPoint, Excel, so no worries there. We got Power PDF Editor if you want to edit PDFs. I have Adobe Photoshop and Illustrator. This is an older version, but it's still very usable. It's a CS2 version, fully activated. DaVinci Resolve, which is a professional video editor. Blender, a motion graphics editor if you want to make like YouTube intros and stuff, which is pretty cool. Or 3D rendering. Serato, which is DJ software if you want to mix music. Have fun with that as well. And then we got MSI Afterburner, which shows the statistics when you're running games. We got Unigine Heaven to just run a benchmark and make sure that everything's running good. And then we have our usual gaming clients. You got your Steam, Battle.net, and Epic Games to run your games. Currently I have 14 games installed. So I have Apex Legends, Call of Duty Warzone, Counter-Strike, Dota 2, Fortnite, Halo Infinite, Iron Sight, League of Legends, PUBG, Rocket League, Star Wars The Old Republic, MMO, and then Valorant. So a good starting base. These are all free to play games. You just have to log into your account and start playing. So if you don't have an account, you just make one. You make a Steam account, Battle.net, Epic Games account for free. Once you log in, you have access to the games. So all these games will play fantastic at 1080p, high frame rates. It will be able to handle 1440p as well. So that's good as well. So it's kind of future proofing. The RX 6600 is a really good card. It can handle the latest games at high settings with no problem at all. So there she is, my latest build, best one thus far. Came out really clean. Whoever gets it, it's gonna be super lucky. The front of the case has like a carbon fiber look, which is pretty clean. If we can catch here on film, yeah, there we go. Kind of looks like a supercar carbon fiber look, which is cool. Case has 3 120mm fans with RGB. So 2 in front, 1 in back. You got the Ardwolf CPU cooler tower, ARGB RAM, and then your RGB GPU stand. So overall, super clean PC. We'll be posting it soon. I'll also make a couple videos on performance for a couple games to show everything works good. Stress tested, fully programmed, custom built, ready to go. Thanks guys for checking out the video. If you have any questions, leave a comment. Appreciate it.